Okay, I think this is video 4. And yesterday, Sunday, I didn't do a video. I spent much of the day sifting and getting rid of some clutter, actually cleaning up a bit to be able to move forward. And again, today, I mentioned to somebody that these videos so far probably aren't really worth watching. They're really not that good. And then I remembered that I constantly dismiss everything. I'm not saying they are good, but I was saying that, like I said several times, they're going to get better. And it made me think a little bit about wheelchair basketball. I played wheelchair basketball for, I don't know, 20 plus years, 30 years, about 30 years. And I got pretty good. At first, I'm not saying I was great, everything's relative, but I think I was really pretty good. And everything is relative, of course. But when I first tried wheelchair basketball, actually, I wasn't trying wheelchair basketball. After I had the accident in '84, I went to Catonsville Community College, and I found myself taking a gym class, life sciences or something, which really wasn't the kind of gym class I wanted to be in, but it was just like for heavy obese type people and the guy in the wheelchair that couldn't play regular stuff. I guess I don't know. Anyway, that was then. I'm sure it's different now. Point is that I found myself alone in the gym one time, and a basketball was laying around. I decided to pick, since I played basketball before I was injured, and I was 17 when I got into the car accident. So I hadn't touched the ball since I'd been out in the hospital in February, and probably by now it was almost a year later, probably. Anyway, hadn't done any sports, been laying in the hospital bed for 8 months, and blah blah blah. Anyway, I thought, well, let me just pick up the ball and see if I can do anything, right? And so I went to the foul line, just to see if I could shoot. I could not even make the ball to the goal in the foul line. I couldn't even get to the basket. I ended up trying to shoot a little closer, still having problems. I ended up having to get basically right under for a layup and shot that and was barely able to get it up there. So I was like, forget this noise. So I didn't touch wheelchair basketball, didn't touch basketball again for a number of years. And then I think I've told this story before about how I got back into, or how I got into wheelchair sports through originally wheelchair softball, but that's another story for another time. Right now, I just use that to say I'm going to get better. These videos are going to get better, and I'm going to continue to do them every day. I think this is the 4th video already, which is 4 more than I've done in the past 20 years, so that's pretty good, right? Thanks for listening, and we'll be going too soon. I think I've been working on a beginning and an exit thing to say. The beginning is going to come up with something I made up. Life's a trip, enjoy your journey. And it's going to go with the journey. I think I might have mentioned this before. And then the other one is the idea for a quote that I made. Now, I didn't make this by myself. I heard this talked about before. Basically, it's something to the effect, and I couldn't 100% find these wordings and attribute it to possibly Leland van der Waal, but I couldn't really find it anywhere. I got that from Bob Proctor, who said Leland van der Waal. Anyway, basically, this is what I came up with, so I can remember it. The learned will be ever outpaced by the learning. So, thank you, and keep learning. Enjoy your journey. Still working on it. Still working on it. Oops. See, I don't even know how to stop the